Good afternoon, kayak fishermen. This is kayak fishing in Florida, Mr. Ron. And I'm down here at Lake Hernando in the town of Hernando, or the Telesopke chain. And just gonna do a little better preview of what I've got here as far as a Hobie and the way I'm pretty well set up now for fishing. I do a lot of standing up, and I use the H-bar. I've already been out for about 3 hours, and I played around with standing up. I'm learning about fly fishing, and so I did some of that practice this morning. But first off, to make the standing a little bit better and not have to have the H-bar up, I had these this Alma kit for the Outback, and it worked okay here, but it was just so wide, and I've been playing around with some modifications. So that is a modification, so it's much shorter to the boat, and they're just above the water, and that works real well. This is the plate I had made after not being able to find anybody that was making anything for the Hobie, either of the PAs. So I ordered in some marine board and made my own, because I wanted the power pole completely separate from the trolling motor, and that's what most of them are doing, is integrating both of them. But when you have a problem, here's the issue: you can't use this emergency pull to get the pole up if you're stuck. So I wanted to not lose that feature. So as you can see, there's my battery. That's a smaller battery than I think that's Group 24 box. It's a Batteries Plus 35 amp hour 12 volt battery that's in it, and I've got some insulation around it, and there's also a power conversion in there that's called a PWM, power wave modulator. So it makes the battery more efficient going to the motor. You can see what we did here with the trolling motor. I had made some changes since the video that's up on YouTube now. One of the changes that I made was the tiller bar. This is a painter's extension, and I cut it and made some arrangements back here on a knuckle, so that really works well. It'll go any direction. Let me get over here and I'll move it around. I really couldn't justify getting a $2,500 Torqeedo, so I've come up with doing this for myself. Got my cooler. I do have landing gear, which I really don't use an awful lot, because this is a little on the heavy side, particularly now. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that are minimalist, and they say, holy crap. Well, the thing does still float. I can get almost 4 miles an hour with the battery. I've already been down to the other end of the lake and back, which is probably about maybe 2 miles. This is a tool holder I made. So I didn't need to use the tray. It's just some more of the marine board, 1/4 inch. And of course I've got my Lowrance with the newer style mount. And up here you see you got the H-bar. And I also wanted to have a tray. Some of the guys are coming up with trays, some of the manufacturers coming up with trays underneath the seat. And I said, well, heck, we got plenty of room under here. That's what I'm going to do. So I started looking around for the proper size to go in there, and lo and behold, I found it on Amazon. This is a dishwasher's pickup tray, and my daughter messes with decals, so I had her make me up some Hobie decals. Well, they're not quite just like the Hobie one, but it gets a point across, and so that's working out real well for a tray for miscellaneous stuff. This is that power wave modulator system, and This is my forward and reverse and off in the center, and here's my speed control. So it makes it real handy and easy. It's basically feet free and basically hands free mostly, so you can stand up and cast. And I love doing that. I'm basically, I like to call this now a kayak skiff. So, and I did get, because I've been doing a lot of inshore fishing, particularly in Texas, but I don't know if I'm going to get back out there. My daughter's going to do something else out there and go do some traveling. So I bought the Super Stick push pole, extendable push pole. So that's the other thing there with the paddle. But I got a friend doing this that did the same thing here with me. We ordered this in, or he ordered it in from Amazon. It's 8 cable line already encased in the protective sheath. So because you do run some wires up to the control system if you want it separated from the back end where the battery is. So that's worked real well. Also, when I'm using the stand-up bar, I've got a configuration that I made with the paddle holder that comes with the boats, and I've got it configured where I can put it up on the stand-up bar and move the control box up to the front. And of course the tiller will extend, and I've got a piece up there for holding the tiller up at my height. So anyway, here's my fly rod. I was able to get some rods from a neighbor next door. A family member had bought some from an older guy, and I ordered a Piscifun reel. It's really a nice reel for 60 bucks. And I got line and everything. I'm waiting on some more leader to come in, and I've only got one freshwater fly, and I've got a couple saltwater flies, so more to come on that. I really enjoyed it. Been practicing in the backyard, and that's what I did today back in the backwaters, way back there. It was just practice. So I'm gonna go back out and try and do a little bit of fishing. It's getting a little later, so the sun will start passing over. So all right, maybe some catches later. See ya.